What's up guys, it's SirTagCR, and today we're hitting you up with the Bandit, Pencil, and Night Witch Bridge Spam deck. This deck is exceptionally strong in GCs. I got a nice 12 win with it right there. And honestly, the only real deviation from the traditional Bridge Spam is going to be the Pump, and it's going to have the Goblins. The Pump will allow you to beat all the other Bridge Spam decks because you're going to have a little bit more Elixir. Therefore, like, even if they do damage early on, as long as they don't take your tower, you're going to be able to have an Elixir advantage to take their tower in one huge push. Also, the Elixir Collector will allow you to keep up with all the tank decks that have Pump, whether it's Golem, Lava Hound, or even a 3 Musketeer Pump deck. You're going to be able to keep up with that, and they're not going to overwhelm you with Bridge Spam or whatever they're running. So the Goblins are also another deviation from traditional Bridge Spam, or something you typically would not expect in this deck right now. The Goblins aid very well against Graveyard, and they also allow the cycle to just go back to Pump exceptionally quickly, and it allows you to just get out the Bridge Spam a little bit faster if you want to. So guys, without further ado, let's hop into the 12 win, and then we're going to get into some replays and some live matches shortly after. Alright guys, so unfortunately we still don't have the Lumberjack, and we still don't have the Sparky. Although it is trash on wheels, I still want the card on my mini account. So let's see if we can get some epics real quick. If we can get some epics, maybe we'll pull a legendary. We're getting some Knights, we're getting some Bats, we're getting some Teslas. Getting some Barbs, which I'm never going to use, but we still accept them. The Dark Goblins are really clean. I like the card a lot right now defending against Graveyard. We're getting some Elite Barbarians. That card was so good and now it's so bad. We need all of our epics right here, right now, boys. 11 epics, we're getting a legendary. What are we going to get, guys? The animation is so sick. Oh, the Miner, my favorite card in the game right now, guys. Awesome stuff. That's lit. Alright, so winning that GC earlier, guys, gave us enough gold to buy the Lumberjack, so now we are not Lumberjackless. The log that we have now has a Lumberjack. As you guys can see, this deck honestly shows absolutely no mercy out here. And there were a ton of 3 crowns. Let's hop into the first one against Graveyard, and let's see how we did. So, against Graveyard, the initial thing that you want to be doing is you want to be pumping up in the middle. If you have it as your starting play, that's the maneuver to do. If they elect to poison it, they're going to be down a significant amount of Elixir. If they go in for Graveyard Poison, you can punish them with your Bridge Spam, and you're probably just going to take a tower straight up. So, he's going in for his Night Witch push. I'm thinking either it's Graveyard or it's going to be Bridge Spam. He goes for Graveyard. I'm defending with Goblins, guys. Goblins are something that he doesn't really want to be poisoning. They're 2 Elixir. If he elects to poison that, which he does, he's going to be down a considerable amount of Elixir. Also, guys, I have a much faster cycle than him. So another thing that's really good for me, I can cycle back to Pump relatively quickly, and then look at his card cycle. There's honestly Graveyard a card away. He's at 2 Elixir, I'm at 7, and he doesn't have Poison and Cycle either. So how is this man going to punish my Pump? There simply is no way for him to do so. So we're accruing a significant amount of Elixir, and he actually has to punish me. Like, he has to make the first move. And we're up Elixir, and this is just not boding so well for him. If he drops a bowler in the back, I would go opposite lane with the Night Witch, and I would, or Bridge Spam, and I would just take a tower. So he had to go in for a Graveyard plus Baby Dragon. The one thing that you always want to be doing against Graveyard in that situation is I messed up there, guys. You want to be blocking the Graveyard tank at the bridge, which was the Baby Dragon, or you want to be killing it as fast as you can. I elected to do the second thing. I wasn't able to block it at the bridge, which was definitely a misplay. I wish I dropped my Night Witch a little bit sooner. Regardless, the Baby Dragon goes down, and we find ourselves in an even situation against this guy. However, we do have a pump up, so we're a little bit ahead, guys. We're going to go in with the Pencil plus Ice Golem combination. If the Pencil reaches the tower, then we would have been in a phenomenal situation. We're still going to get some nice Fireball chip, though, because he did elect to drop 8 Elixir near that tower. Always worth Fireballing if we were up Elixir, and we were able to afford to do that. So we drop our Night Witch. We made sure that the Baby Dragon did not lock on the tower. The Baby Dragon is actually dealing with the Bats. The Bats surround the Baby Dragon and clean it up. We now have 2 pumps up, guys. So if he went bowler or anything opposite lane in the back, we just rush opposite lane and punish him. So he honestly has to keep dropping stuff at the bridge. If you guys are noticing that, all of his graveyards are at the bridge. He's not able to build up slowly accumulate a push, because he would just lose the game automatically. So unfortunately for him, we still have the sauce, we have the counters, we have the goblins. If he poisons the goblins, guys, then he's down so much elixir. Another big thing to consider is when you have your opponent spread thin, you go in for the pencil opposite lane, you go in for the battle ram opposite lane. Then it's so hard to defend a pencil, aka battle ram, with 3 elixir. He had 3 elixir, you had to deal with a bandit opposite lane. That's why I honestly love pump in this deck. Makes the game so fast, easy, clean win against this guy. We asserted dominance all over him. Let's hop into the next one right now. Alright guys, so let's hop into the next 3-crown game against Nova Esports. Here's a plot twist for you. His name's Nova Esports, but he's not actually from the clan, and he's saucing out those those sad panda emotes. So guys, as per usual, I'm saucing down the elixir collector in the middle. Don't really want to lose the graveyard. We see that he's gonna be dropping his pump. When he drops his pump, you always want to pressure. Opposite lane of the musketeer is pretty essential right there. The big thing about this deck and why I wanted to showcase it, it's all about being aggressive when you want to be. Without the elixir collector in the bridge spam decks, you're actually forced to be aggressive in a lot of situations that you don't really want to be. That's why I like this variation. It's a little bit more control oriented, and you're able to pick and choose when you want to be aggressive. So that's why if I was going to run a bridge spam deck, this is the bridge spam deck I would choose. Cycle is really clean as well. This guy is in a world of pain. We got 2 pumps up on him. There's not much he can do. A big thing that you also want to be considering when you're running bridge spam, you always want to try to drop the ice golem in front of the battle ram, in front of the mini, or in front of the all your mini tanks, like in front of your Night Witch, in front of your bandit, in front of your pencil. Do that, and it ensures that the pencil gets much more of a chance of actually connecting to the tower. It gives a little bit of a tank for the Night Witch, so it spawns more bats. There's just so many things that the Ice Golem does, and it cleans up the Night Witch's bats as well. So if they try to defend the pencil with the Night Witch, you're going to be fine. And as we saw here, guys, complete and utter control of this game. This guy got simply finessed. Let's go move on to the next one. Alright guys, so the next game that I'm going to be showcasing is against an EG player, and it shows the importance of pulling units in this game. So this is crucial when you're using your Ice Golem or you're using the pencil, whether you're pulling a P.E.K.K.A. or a Night Witch, it's a lot of situations after pumping up, you're not going to have a lot of elixir. So you're going to actually have to use that Ice Golem to pull a unit to the opposite lane so you don't actually have to deal with it. And you're going to see that in a few situations this game that I really use my Ice Golem to the best utility possible. So I pumped up in the middle, as per usual guys. Dropping my Night Witch on top of the graveyard spawns, that was imperative. Dropping my Ice Golem off to the side right here. Look at this play, guys. This is what won me the game, pretty much. I would have lost my tower, guys. There's absolutely no way of defending that. My Night Witch would have got pummeled by his bats would have accumulated in one lane. Would have been scary. This is also a really sad panda moment right here. We're seeing Sparky actually being useful in this situation. Very scary. The Tornado Sparky, the combo, guys. So that's actually pretty good against bridge spam, not gonna lie. But we're still chilling out here right now, because we have a lot of things to deal with the Sparky. We can actually go for a Goblin Surround on top of the Sparky, and the Sparky is pretty sad then. Dropping Ice Golem to eat the shot of the Sparky. Gonna drop Goblins on that. The Goblins actually evaporate. They gave their lives for me, guys. I appreciate them. So as I said, guys, we have pump. There's not really much you can do. We can just keep pumping in the middle. That's what we're gonna do. If we pump in the middle, oh no, all right, we made a bad play. I repent. So I don't remember this game perfectly, but pumping up in the back, you're gonna see I'm gonna get punished here. That was not a maneuver. I should have actually just cycled something else, whether it's a bandit, an Ice Golem, or something else, and then elected it to pump up in the middle. I lose my pump for that, guys. I deserve to lose that pump. That's why you never pump up in the back. So I was up elixir. I noticed that he used his zap. I went in for a pencil plus goblins push on the opposite lane. That was also, I knew that I could get something off right there. And the goblins are really good there. Because he didn't drop his Night Witch high enough, the pencil connected. If he dropped it closer to the bridge, then my goblins would have killed the Night Witch pretty fast, and then it was a win-win situation. So guys, I'm going to make sure that I don't take too much damage on this side. I'm dropping a bandit, I'm dropping my zap, I'm dropping my goblins. I'm trying to mitigate as much damage as possible. Night Witch at the bridge allows the Night Witch to work on the giant for the longest possible extent. I see Sparky, you rush opposite lane. You see a bowler, you rush opposite lane. That's kind of how bridge spam works, guys. You drop stuff at the bridge when you see them stack up something worth more than 5 or 4 elixir on the opposite lane. So guys, we're going to take that tower for sure. I'm actually going to zap the other tower to assert dominance, I believe. Can we cycle back to zap in time? Here we go, guys. That's awesome. Alright, so we took a clean 2-0 victory against the Sparky player. And let's move on to the next one, guys. Alright guys, so we just saw how useful pulling a Night Witch was. We're going to show you how useful pulling a P.E.K.K.A. is. The same mechanic can be applied, and P.E.K.K.A. is used everywhere in GCs right now. So if you're not actually able to deal with P.E.K.K.A. with this deck properly, you're going to be in a world of pain. So I needed to show you guys this. It's really important in how this deck is functioning. So let's speed it up a little bit. I'm dropping my Goblins in the back. Goblins in the back are always a pretty good play. Fireballing for some chip. Cycling to my Pump. Pump is always the card that you want to be playing. I'm not too scared about P.E.K.K.A. because I have it in my mind already. I'm pulling that P.E.K.K.A. I'm passing the P.E.K.K.A. to the opposite lane, guys. Dropping the Night Witch. Let's slow it down a little bit right now. So the P.E.K.K.A. is actually going to get pulled by the Ice Golem. The Ice Golem is going to go opposite lane. Both towers are going to be shooting the P.E.K.K.A. And my Night Witch is going to stay alive because I dropped the Goblins. The Goblins are very crucial in that situation right there. I also have another Pump Up, guys. So me seeing the Archers, that's not really an offensive card by this man. So I'm not so intimidated at all. I'm going to be pumping up again, guys. I have no Night Witch in cycle for his Miner. I don't actually end up dropping my Night Witch in time for this. I didn't have enough Elixir. So I guess I should have waited for dropping the... If I wanted to play this absolutely perfectly, I should have waited for enough Elixir before dropping the Bandit. But you know, we're chilling. We're still alive out here. We're still in a very advantageous situation as well. I'm splitting up my units here, guys. So this is another big thing. When you know that they have P.E.K.K.A., you want to split push because you don't want to drop a Night Witch and a Pencil into the same lane. Then they just drop P.E.K.K.A., they defend it, and then they counter push. In that situation, he had 7 Elixir, and he only had P.E.K.K.A. that was viable to defending one of those. And because I decided to go split push, he ended up eating a snack of damage on the right side, guys. So that was pretty good for us. Dropping the Night Witch on top of the Pencil, I didn't have enough Elixir. I didn't drop the Night Witch in time. And it was kind of a pain right there. If you guys didn't notice again, we actually played past the P.E.K.K.A. again with the Ice Golem. And that right tower is in dire straits for this man. We're actually going to pump up again, guys, because we like playing a little bit defensive. We like making him waste Elixir on his miners that are never going to take our pumps. And we're going to be dropping our Bandit plus Fireball. And we actually hit the Mega Minion. We hit the Pencil. And we almost hit the Archers. That would have been so clutch. And I'm really liking how this game is going in this situation. He's going for miners on towers. That means that he has no way of dealing with Pump if he ended up taking that tower, which he's not going to anyways. But we take that tower, we zap, we make sure that the Pencil doesn't connect on our tower. We're even dropping our Night Witch. And we were in complete and utter control of this game, guys. No chaos. We just pumped up. We made sure to pull the P.E.K.K.A. with the Ice Golem. And we took complete control and took a nice clean dub. So guys, if there's anything to reiterate from this game, make sure that when you pump up, you're not going to actually have enough Elixir to defend a Night Witch or a Night Witch behind a tank or a P.E.K.K.A. Make sure to pull it to the opposite lane, gives you more time, and it allows both towers to shoot down and DPS it down a little bit quicker. So let's hop into my 12th game and final game, and it's a pretty exciting one to say the least. Alright guys, so earlier on in the GC, I lost to Alpha. Scroll way up here, on my 12th win, I got him again. Let's go hop into that right now, and let's see how we do. I remember rewatching this. I made a pretty bad blunder at the start, guys. I elected to go drop my Ice Golem plus Pencil at the start. I was aggressive. I was a little bit feisty right there. I needed to calm down and chill. Dropping Goblins in retrospect, dropping Goblins in the back in one lane is the correct maneuver. It's going to be a little bit safer, and it's just a little bit better. That's why I like the Pump variant. You want to be a little bit more controlled. I elected to play it like I wasn't running Pump, and that's not something you really want to be doing. So he's going to be poisoning this, and it's pretty good for me. It's a +2 trade. I take that for sure. And I'm going to be dropping the Night Witch in the back. Dropping Night Witch in the back is never really a bad play. And we see that he's going to be probably going to be running P.E.K.K.A. after he drops the Poison. Poison plus Bandit is essentially, and Tombstone, probably going to be his P.E.K.K.A. deck that he ran earlier. So knowing that, guys, I'm going to be split pushing. As I said earlier, if you don't split push against a P.E.K.K.A., you're going to be out of luck. He could have just dropped P.E.K.K.A. in one lane. He kind of scrambles. He drops a Tombstone. I'm holding Zap. I'm going to zap the Skeletons. Zapping the Skeletons was a pretty awesome maneuver right there by me. Dropping that made sure that these Skeletons did not actually DPS down, and I got the full amount of damage I could possibly get on that. Dropping the Goblins right there made sure that I DPS down the Barbarians a little bit faster. Therefore, the Therefore, the baby dragon didn't have time to lock onto my tower. So he really just didn't get any tower damage there, and he really wanted some. He's saucing out the well played. He realizes how well I played that time, and I was pretty happy. I knew his deck before that, and I was able to adjust. You typically would not think P.E.K.K.A. when he's running Tombstone plus Bandit. You would just be like, alright, I don't really understand what this is. Typically, you don't actually have Tombstone in a P.E.K.K.A. deck. He's just, he has an extraordinary hard counter to this deck, honestly. So it was pretty clutch winning this game. So we're saucing out the pencil opposite lane, making sure that we're just trying to split up his elixir. We don't really want to drop a pencil or anything into the P.E.K.K.A. As again, guys, we're playing past the P.E.K.K.A. That's our new favorite game out here right now. And the P.E.K.K.A. is getting passed to every single lane, guys. It's going to come back to the right lane. P.E.K.K.A. is going on quite the journey today. We're going to be dropping our Night Witch because we don't really want the Barbs to take our left-hand tower. And he's going to get 2 Night Witches and a Baby Dragon barreling down the right lane. That's pretty scary. Getting a nice value Fireball is always good for us. Making sure that the Baby Dragon is the only thing that's going on our tower. And we somehow, someway cleaned up 2 Night Witches and a Baby Dragon, guys, when we were at 6 Elixir. I don't really know how that happened, but, you know, his right lane now is in Fireball, 2 Fireball plus Zap range, I believe. Either way, guys, we know that we're not really going to get through a P.E.K.K.A. with a BATTLERAM, so that's kind of the rough thing, that you got to get 1 push in, and then you're committed to that lane, so then you have to start fireballing him out. So he's split pushing, he's playing this exceptionally well right there. We're playing past the P.E.K.K.A. with the Ice Golem again, guys. That's how we play out here. And that Night Witch is actually just going to wreck our tower. The BATTLERAM is coming in, and we ended up taking that game with the bats on our tower, 28 HP. And that was our 12 win, guys, against someone that beat me earlier on in the 12 win. So that felt really good, guys. And he hard countered me, too, with the Tombstone and P.E.K.K.A. Alright, we got a game against Jose, or Joe's 101. Oh, there's so many O's, I don't even want to count. The partner's BR, though. So we're going to be dropping Goblins in the back, guys. He's going to be dropping Mega Minion opposite lane. Good news for us. Probably going to be running a tank deck, guys. Or going to be Expo after seeing the Mega Minion. One of those, tank or Expo. Don't disappoint me, man. Probably going to be Expo after seeing Fireball for sure. Going to be dropping our Ice Golem in front to make sure that our Night Witch is still alive out here. Going to be pumping up because he doesn't actually... Okay, this is weird. We're going to be Golem then. Golem Fireball. Not actually a really great deck. Definitely going to pressure him though. He's definitely down Elixir. Going to be zapping. Yeah, I mean, if we hit all the Skarmy, Zap isn't really that good. Or Skarmy isn't really that good if we have Zap and we just hit all the Skarmy with it. He's probably very, very sad right now. I don't really know the extent of how sad he is, but he's definitely sad. Oh, alright, we're chilling. It's gonna get 1 hit. We have 2 pumps up, he's got 1. He's not gonna have Pump and Cycle as well either. So, you know, we're out here. We're gonna be dropping our Night Witch, and we're gonna get a value Fireball. Trying to clump everything up right now. There we go, that's a nice value Fireball. Hitting the Lumberjack, and we're hitting the Baby Dragon. Gonna be dropping our Night Witch because we really don't want that to target us. Or we didn't really want the Baby Dragon to target the tower. Gonna go for our BATTLERAM as well. Might have been a little bit aggressive, but we want to try to get some damage where we can. Bridge spamming, guys, as per usual. Gonna be zapping. And yeah, that Bandit is going to get a lot of damage on him, guys. So in the event that he takes this tower, then he has to start a Golem push opposite lane, and then I can bridge spam him. So he's just in a really bad situation. You never really want to be going same lane as your opponent if they're running a tank deck. You always want to be going opposite lane, guys. So that's why even if he does take this, I'm not too scared. Going to be zapping as well to kill the Mega Minion. We're going to be actually cycling 2 Night Witches on him as well. He has Fireball, so he doesn't have Lightning, so we aren't very scared. He's only going to hit 1 as well. The range on it is just so insignificant compared to Lightning. Lightning range is ridiculous. You have to drop stuff at the bridge to escape it. Gonna be zapping again, guys. Our zaps are on point today right now. And we're just going to be taking that tower with the Fireball. This is a clean 2-0 victory, guys. We just beat Joe's or Jose or whatever 10101. Just taking a clean dub against him, guys. So that's where I'm going to end the video today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone chilling with me. I hope you guys actually enjoyed this deck. Don't use it too much. It's pretty OP. And can't wait to see you guys next time.